Hey guys, this is Far Amazing Adventures. Today I'm taking a trip to a place called 96 National Historical Site. Right now I'm at the truck stop right now, and it's a nice day out here. This is South Carolina. It's near the town of Clinton, South Carolina. So I'm gonna make a trip to that site. It's part of the national park system. But for now, I'm gonna get something to eat. If you like what you see, like adventure, please subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you won't miss out on any of my posts. But anyways, I'm gonna take a quick lunch. I'm gonna head to 96 National Historical Site, which is located about 45 minutes from here. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is the town of 96, not the population 96. It's called 96. Just like the National Historical Site down the street. It's only like, think about like 2 miles down the street. So small town. Even most places around here, even businesses, even churches, they're called 96, so really nice town. And there's the sign for 96 right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's right there. 96 National Historical Site. Just maybe 2-3 miles down the road. And there's the little small town there. Yeah, I'm about to get there soon. Gonna walk over here and check it out. It's a very old-fashioned town, by the way. Let's see. Here we go. Welcome to 96, South Carolina. There's not much to this town. It's just very small. But, my personal opinion, I like small towns. I've always I came from a big city. I was raised in a big city myself. I've always, over time, kind of appreciated small towns. So, and this is one of them. There's an old train station. Looks like I use a train station that's made into a museum over there. It's called 96 as well. Check it out. Walk across the street here. Give me a minute. Town 96. There's a small park over here. There's an arrangement of stones. It says 96. All dried up. Look, it used to be a water fountain at one time. Small town, 96 Athletic Club over there. It's called 96. Yep, 96 Athletic Club. There's the 96 train station. It's a museum. Such a small town, peaceful too. Except, you know, passing on cars, but you know, other than that's just a very peaceful town. Here's the visitor center right here. Yeah, most of these businesses are called 96. MIGs of 96. Ah, it's closed. All right, this is 96 National Historical Site. I believe this was one time a trade between the Indians and the colonists. I'm about to go in the visitor center and check it out. There's also a little hiking trail right there. I'm gonna check that out too. It goes very good distance, what I understand, what I saw on the map. And this place is a national park as well. I don't think it's that big, but it's one of those small national parks, very underrated as well. So I'm gonna check it out, and here I am. In the visitor center, there was a small museum. I just briefly went in, checked it out, took some videos of the artifacts you found on the site.
Yeah, the mirror is still on the wall in there.
The mirror?
The mirrors of,
Oh, the paintings.
Robert Wilson's work.
Yes, the painting is still on the wall. Yes, sir.
You remember, you know him?
I do not know him.
He's originally from Woodard, South Carolina.
That's right there. That's right there. He's now living in Indiana.
He's dead.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, he died about 3 years ago.
Walking tour of the park. All right, it's about a 1 mile trip, what I understand. So I'm gonna take a walk right here. It's good scenic walk here, you know. A lot of good scenes around here. Birds chirping. It's almost springtime actually. I know it's February, but it feels like spring. Very warm out here. It's not really hot, it's very mild. You know, it's South Carolina weather. And some of the vegetation is coming back. So, but this is the hiking trail to the old town that was found, and also the trading post. So no telling, I've never been here before, so I only see pictures on the internet about it. So I'll tell you, this is a very good hiking trip right here. I mean, it's just very short. 1 mile's not that long, but it's just very peaceful. There's a student behind me. Squirrels all over the place too. Birds. They know spring is here. But anyways, I'll walk this trail and you know, take a look at these sites coming up. All right, here I am, just not too far from it. Just arrived at the main center here. Is there a loop I gotta go around here? Still got a little ways to go, but I guess that's the Star Fort. I'll find out when I get there. It's what I think it is. It's an old road. I believe that's the original, you know, trade route there. Runs over, like way over there. That's not where it begins at, but and it runs through that tree line in the far distance over there. I'll show it more when I get there. This is the sign for it. Yeah, that's what it is. Island Ford Road, a colonial route to the back country. A lot of people use this trail for a lot of reasons. A lot of the Revolutionary War was fought here too, so it's not just a trade, but it was also a fort and a town here. But they did trade a lot with the Indians and colonists. And that's the wall I'm walking right now. I'm not gonna walk this whole thing here, but this is a trade route with wagons. People went through here a long time ago. And it goes all the way beyond that ramp there, you can see. But beyond that, I guess the road continues on. I think you can hike there. I'm not gonna do it right now. I don't have much time. I want to check out just a little bit. I think the fort's over there. I think they call it the Star Fort. Here's another sign for the Revolutionary War information. Yeah, the road continues over there. And it goes as far as I can see it over there. I'm not gonna go over there, but yeah, it goes into the woods. I'll tell them how far it goes. But the cut and tree line's still there, even till this day. That was a long time ago. I guess I was telling you before in other videos about Carvin's Cove. For example, I did one in Carvin's Cove about a town that used to be there. And you can still see the cut in the tree line where, you know, the townspeople used that as, you know, as travel. There's Star Fort right there. The Patriots lay siege to the Star Fort. You can see it in the far distance there. The scars are still there. The mounds. You can see it. Yeah. These must be fighting positions here. The artillery. Yeah, these are markings over there. I guess where they, you know, where they fought at. The markings where they, you know, they stood to defend the fort. But this is, they say Fort Star. It's shaped as a star, where I understand. The way I saw it in the picture over there. It's a trench. Yeah, trenches, fighting positions. They're all marked everywhere. I guess this must be some type of artillery battery over there. And I believe that's, you know, of course, that's a replica of, you know, the cannon they used back then. I mean, it's not the, obviously not the real one, because the real ones are very, either have been buried, recovered, or just in charred and bad shape, broken up. But yes, this is a replica of what the cannons, the type of cannons they used back then. So I guess this is some type of fort here, a fort or a fighting position right there, a tower of some sort, mine entry site. I don't know what that is. Here's some information. The mine. Oh, I see what they did. I guess what they fought at. The enemies over there. They dug an underground trench to get to them while I assaulted them. That was all right. I guess there was a trench somewhere. I don't know if it's, I mean, mine entry. Maybe it's all, maybe it's plugged. I don't know. I don't know if it's still around anymore. Let me find out. I'll walk around more. All right, here's the entryway to Star Fort. It looks like a bunch of mounds here on all, you know, each side and all around. I guess they call it Star Fort because it looks like it kind of looks like a star, but here's the sign for it. the Star Fort. And I'm gonna enter here. You know, it's again, it looks like nothing but, you know, mounds around here, but there were long time ago there was a lot of timber, a lot of stone, you know, walls, you know, that they erected up to make walls. And here's a, looks like a well. Keep out of well. The well. I guess they used as well, you know, when they were confined to this fort. And it said over there that, you know, efforts looking for water was pretty much, you know, it didn't work out, so they just abandoned it. So here's the pit, and never did find water, so they abandoned it and just gave up. This looks like some type of trench. Not quite sure what it, you know, it was. Maybe a fighting position. I don't know. I mean, it's within the fort, but you can see the trench right there. The well's over there where they abandoned it and gave up on it. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this served water. I don't know, water. Maybe, I don't know, with maybe a moat. I don't know. But anyways, this little trench right there runs from over there to over here, and this mound here. I don't see a sign telling me what it is, but don't tell me what it is. I mean, like I said, you dig things up, you clear trees, and you make holes in the ground. They just like scars, you know, they're still there. And whatever they did here, you know, it's the scars, you know, and their works are still left behind of what they did. You know, they worked a lot here. They dug, they fought, and they, I mean, there's some little potholes here and there that could have been, you know, cannon potholes. So let me get out of here and see if I can find more things around here. This is Star Fort. I'm on the berm of Star Fort here. Yeah, it's kind of shaped as a star. I can see it from here. I mean, not exactly like a star, but it's kind of, you know, like a star. And there's that berm there. There's a trench right there. There's the well. I mean, it was a fort. I mean, I guess the walls used to be right here. They were made of timber, and they, you know, they were stood up way high. Of course, that's what I'm assuming. So, of course, they didn't have, you know, cameras back then, so no one really knows what it looks like. I am leaving Star Fort right now, heading down this road. Got a little cloudy too, by the way. It used to be real clear. Yeah, wait a minute, I see something. There's another path right there. I can see it. I can see right there. My finger. Yeah. I think that's one of the original roads, and there's one over here too. That leads into that road we were talking about before. There used to be a road there that led right here. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks just grass. But when you get close to it, you can see it. one of the roads that led into the or leads into the main road here. The old road, not used anymore. It's just for sightseeing and display now. But they use this road. You can see it there. You can see the cut in the earth. Yeah, there it is. Opens up into the main trading road here. Yeah, there we go. There you go. That one right there. I guess it leads into the other one. There's another one that runs across right there. Of course, that's the old road they used to, you know, trade and for wars. To a lot of the, I guess a lot of you know, a lot of military supplies came through the road. I wanted to say that, I couldn't think of it. But they use these roads to replenish military demand and maybe more supplies to feed the fort and the town here. They say there's a town here too as well. I'm gonna find it, but that's another road right there. See that? Cutting the tree line. And then branches off to right there. And there's Star Fort right there. There's Star Fort over there. But I'm right here at the village center here. I guess this grass grows in a line. It shows where the village used to be, or where infrastructure used to be. There's the village corner. And I was telling you in another video about Carvin's Cove. I did that before. I was telling you how, like, once they take down a structure or tear down houses, you know, sometimes like moss, wildflowers, and even grass will still grow in the same line, in the same shape of a structure. So I guess that's what it is. Like I said, you do something to earth, you dig it up, you clear the trees, leave scars behind. Scars are still behind. It's like that pathway right there. And it's still there to this day. So yep, this is those houses here. Looks nothing but trees, meadows, and open plains. But people lived here. Yeah, I guess it says right here that the British burned down the town of 96. So, you know, that's pretty much what happened to the town that used to be here. The was condemned, you know. So they burned it all down, just left it all behind. Of course, later on, you know, they dug it up. Archaeologists dug up the grounds and found artifacts of what was left in 96. And you know, remnants of the war as well. But yeah, that's what happened. The town was burned down and ravaged. So all right, here's a sign here. It says "You are here," and there's Star Fort. Of course, I was on the berm trying to take pictures or take a video of Star Fort. You can't see it from ground level, but I guess when you get up in the sky, you can actually see it's shaped as a star. So that's why they call it Star Fort. There is, I guess, a walking trail, hiking trail that goes around. I'm not probably go there today, but like I say, you know, there's a lot of trading routes around here that I guess this road was used to for trade at one time, but now it's just a hiking trail. But I guess things you might see along the trail: turkey, wild turkey, you know, deer, rabbit. Of course, you can't see wildflowers yet. I mean, feels like spring, but it's not spring yet. But who knows? I might take it right now. Just briefly taking a walk down this path. I just got off the main concrete, no, paved path over there. It's not really concrete. It's a paved road, but anyways, I'm gonna walk down this road here. It's you know, great short hiking trail here. It loops around, comes back. But I also believe this was maybe another trading route here. See the open field. Who knows? There have been houses over there as well. And no telling, I can see some wildlife here if I get lucky enough. Here at 96, it's very peaceful. And that's a big tree. Like, it reminds me when I was in Carvin's Cove, I'll see huge, thick trees just like this. And usually that indicates there was a house there at one time. And the reason being is a lot of times they'll plant trees right next to houses. You know, walnut trees, you know, apple trees. That's not an apple tree, but, you know, they would just use these trees as advantage. Kids, you know, play on the tree. Usually indicates there was a house nearby. So I think there were houses here at one time before, you know, it was probably burned down along with their town that's over there. So anyways, I'll take a walk here. I might just turn around. I don't know. I still got some more things to see here. I mean, 96 is really not a big national park. I think when I was in Connecticut, Roger Williams was another national park, but it was I think it was the smallest national park I ever been to. And Roger Williams didn't really take much, you know, to explore. I think Hopewell National Historical Park in Ohio, which is an Indian mound, you know, it didn't take long to explore either. So, but just for kicks, you know, I just really I don't think there's anything here. Just take a walk down here. And sometimes national parks would just throw out, you know, just basic hiking trails, you know, just to get off the main site, just to, I don't know, just for the heck of it, you know. So, but I really did like seeing 96, and also the town 96 I just came from. It's a small town, and I came from a big city myself, and I used to, you know, really think that, why would anybody live in a small town? But over time, I kind of appreciated small towns. So the town of 96 was interesting as well. And this place here, you know, 96 National Park, National Historical Site, excuse me, still National Park. It's not just a different name. But it's still part of the National Park system. But I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I've been to a lot of national parks and been trying to go to every one of them as much as possible. Probably never go to every one of them, but it's just because there's a whole bunch of them. I also eventually want to see Cowpens National Battlefield as well, which is another national park in the town of Cowpens. So, anyways, I'm gonna try to turn around here. That looks like another path that goes around, goes up there. There's no horses. It's a trail. Gee, where's some more trails? Anyways, I'm gonna try to turn around. All right, I'm back on the path here, main path here. Looks like I'm about to come across more sites here. I'm about to round up this whole park here. But give me a minute. I see something over here. I think this is a jail site. That's what it says here. See a sign over there that says jail site. Give me a minute. All right, go. Law and order in the Carolina backyard. The jail and the courthouse. I'm gonna walk over there. Again, this looks like nothing but, you know, hills, you know, meadows, and just random trees all over the place. But there is something here, and as you can see right here, that was a jail site, jailhouse. I'm guessing, like I said, whatever was left of it's on the ground, they dug it up, and they got a lot of the artifacts in the visitor center. So I'll walk right here, right inside where the jailhouse used to be. Pretty roomy. Some real historical jailhouses are very small, but this one has some room to it. Let me get back on the path again. Head down. This is a loop to go back to the visitor center. Yeah, I'm getting close to the visitor center. Give me a minute. Back on the path again. It's kind of, I mean, there's a lot of potholes all over the place. I guess when, you know, some areas, there were potholes made by, you know, the cannonballs. That's what I'm assuming, and they're still there. So, I guess there used to be houses over there one time. I'm just assuming, because usually if you visit a ghost town, like I was telling you about Carvin's Cove in Virginia, you know, sometimes you'll see meadows, open areas, even in woods, you know. That's where you can find, you know, remnants of old houses, old buildings, old infrastructures. So this looks like some communication trench. I think this is where the trench used to go. I don't know. I guess back where you know, yes, there's a sign back there talking about they dug a trench. You know, I guess this is where the communication trench was. I don't know. There's some, I can't see over there, man. I don't know. That's just a fold in the hill there. But anyways, I thought it was some type of pathway that went down. But anyway, I'm looking at something wrong. Disregard. But there was a trench here. I guess this is the trench that they were talking about earlier. It came from the fort, and it came over there. I think that's a replica of another fort. Let me walk over there. Yeah, I see some type of fort over there. I mean, that's obviously not the original fort, but it's probably a replica. It reminds me when I went to a place called Omoki National Historical Site. Omoki Mounds National Historical Site. Excuse me. It was actually in Georgia, and they there was a mound. You know, it's called the Earth Mound. They recover a lot of Indian artifacts, and then they did a replica of what the mound used to be. You can actually go inside the mound. It was kind of cool, but that's a replica. All they did was put, you know, Yeah, that's what it is, a fort. Replica of the old fort. They set up a scenery in the I guess the exact site where the original fort used to be, and they'll set it up, I guess, to the best ability of what they think what it looked like. Again, of course, they didn't have cameras back then, obviously. But let me give it there. Let me go over there and check it out. Give me a minute. Stockade Fort. Yeah, the original fort was here. I guess they just set up timbers and the house here as a replica of what it would have looked like. Small fort here. It's more like a fighting position. That's it. I guess that would have been a fighting position over there. Go back around, get out of here. But that pretty much concludes my trip to 96. I think there's something on the other side, around the corner. I'll check it out. I want to cross this bridge here before I leave, but I didn't kind of notice this little trench-like thing right here. I don't know if this is a trench that we're talking about. It used to go underneath the ground, so they won't be captured by the enemy. Or maybe it was just maybe it's the road that, you know, led up to the trading route, but I don't know. You can see it is man-made. See on the other side. There's a house there, somebody's house. Sometimes national parks would have people living on the outskirts of the boundaries of the park itself. Kind of interesting living right across the street from a national park. Wait a minute. I think that was a trench, and that right there is the road that connected to the other side where we're talking about, where the Star Fort is and the main village used to be. I guess it led into there. But yeah, you can see cutting the tree line where people used to travel. Military used to bring supplies to the fort, and so on. But yeah, there was a trading route here, a village, and the Revolutionary War was fought here as well. So there's the bridge. Nice day out here. It's very foggy. It used to be clear. Clouds came up. I don't think it's going to rain, but it's got some little rain clouds up in the sky there. Let me get off here. All right, there's the visitor center. It's closed now. There's a house there too. Now I don't know if that's a replica of a house that used to be there, or it could be original house. Let me check it out. The Logan Log House. It says built by Andrew Logan in the 1700s. This well-preserved example of a log house of that time was discovered in nearby Greenwood. This historical structure had been hidden under siding and obscured by alterations from much later period. Realizing its value as an extraordinary artifact, the Star Fort Historical Commission was managed the site before the National Park Service had it moved here in 1968. So it's not original. It's not a replica. It looks like the brick has been rebuilt. It looks like I don't think it's the original brick there, but the half timber looks original though. But anyways, the two-story house of logs and chicken motor is typical of colonial era background building. A fireplace would have been used for heating and cooking. Furniture would have been scant and simple. Animals might have been quartered inside yard pen. The Logan Log House is now used for living history programs. It's a log house that was enclosed within the larger house in Greenwood, South Carolina. The Logan Log House appears at 96 National Historic Site, obviously. But that's what it looked like in Greenwood, South Carolina. They moved over here in 1968. So parts of it's original, and I think that chimney has been obviously it looks, recently made. I guess when they moved it here in the 60s, they gave it a new chimney. That's just for looks. Doesn't operate at all. I don't think so. And this is just an idea of a bread oven. They used a lot of this in the in the old days, but they also used it in ancient times as well. But the timber here is still original. Check it out here. Oh, give me a minute. I almost slipped here. Give me a minute. Yeah, it's original. Now I think the plaster been remade. They redid the plaster. And the old plaster was probably all rotten away. The timber is original, definitely. Just the main house itself, and the chimney obviously has been redone. Probably back in the 60s. Should be almost tripped there. I forgot what they call that, because I know they put your head in there, your arms. They lock you down. I mean, it's not a guillotine, but what it is they put you in there for punishment. Sometimes the townspeople come by, throw, vegetables, food at you, humiliate you. Yeah, I've seen this in other places, especially when I was in Jamestown in Virginia. But that's what they did back then. If you did something wrong, or, they didn't lock you up, they just put you on one of these things. Again, I forgot what they call it. And they lock it. And then you stay in that position all day, and the townspeople just come by, throw things at you, and humiliate you. So it was pretty much a punishment for what you've done. Nothing severe. If they want anything, and you weren't condemned to death, or you weren't in jail, that was just another form of punishment. Eventually they'll let you go, but not a lot of people liked it. Especially you were there all day, and people just, just humiliated you in front of everybody else, laughed at you. Who knows? They probably punch in your face, and I heard a lot of stories about that. People did a lot of things to you, but it really wasn't a torture device. It was just to humiliate you and teach you some lessons, where I understand. So again, I forgot what it was called. I'll look it up eventually. So, anyways. Well, that does it. If you like what you see, got any more facts about 96, comment below. You got like adventure, please subscribe to my channel, share my channel as well. Again, I'll see you guys later in another video. But again, I hope you like what you see. Got any questions, comment below. Again, subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you won't miss on any of my posts. So anyways, I'll see you guys later in another video.